Press record so the session can start. So, any questions arising from last week's webinar? Okay, sounds good. Weekend was too short. Yes, definitely too short. Okay. So, is anything you notice that you might want to share? Okay, yeah, there's a lot to like, isn't there? So yes, once again, let's just quickly put a 8R report one there. So keep our multi-chart screen in the ideal setup, yeah. Okay. So yes, so having this relationship that we can visualize very easily certainly makes for a very good assessment and view of what the market's doing. Yeah, and puts a basic shape that's repeated in all 4 time frames. Okay, so that makes our assessment a lot easier in understanding the movement of our price action and our targets. Okay, so price action here in Aussie. Started in the morning in the buy zone of the 1 hour, so we can see that. And the extreme buy zone, well, the riverbank, yeah, the riverbank, extreme buy zone of the 5 minutes. So they both had a desire and nature to move to the sell zone, yeah, and that's where it's spending its time. And our 5 minute actually shows the reason why price in the 1 hour has stopped before hitting the 1 hour upper riverbank, yeah, because it's gone past its own extreme river. Okay, so it makes easier for us to track and our targets, yeah, remember, confirm vertical blue line. The aim is the upper bank of the river, okay, knowing that that's the likelihood target. Price coming from the opposite side, doesn't come from outside the river, okay, but it still has a strong desire to support its own nature of the 5 minutes river and the 1 hour river. So it fulfills 2 things. With this relationship then allows us to not only have our primary alert, which is the vertical line, our secondary alert, which is the retracement finder. Yeah, remember those histograms? You know, yellow histogram above. And you can see from these blue vertical lines, a lot of times they line up in the same place as the vertical lines. Okay, without all the filters. So a lot of times we're able to take the second alert as a second opportunity or a secondary alert opportunity to enter a trade that has the potential to look for the opposite riverbank. Okay, it doesn't have the same confirmed momentum to reach and give us the confidence that it's going to actually get to a current high diamond or current low diamond as the primary one does, which is the vertical line. Yeah. So criteria all the same. So it's very easy to move from one to the other, and using the bigger river to navigate when the nature and characteristic of the 5-minute river and the 1 hour are both fulfilling price action's ultimate goals. So simple concept. Okay, so when it comes outside the river and it's multiple time frame high diamond, which our window 2 displays to us, then it's gone way past the extreme of the 1 hour, so it definitely would have momentum, we'd expect, to get to the opposite riverbank and perhaps even surpass it. So once again, direction and visual destinations are easily identified. Why make it complicated when there's simple, easy ways to help us see? So we don't do so much work. We just know how to assess this information in a way that delivers us what we want. So let's just take a break and let's see if perhaps anything that I might have gone over too quickly last week. Okay, so one of the things I mentioned last week is, like, without this connection of seeing what the 1 hour river looks like in the 5 minutes, we don't fully understand why these particular candles go up and suddenly stop there. But once we're able to see those same candles in the 15 and 5, we can see that they're broaching or piercing the river over the smaller time frames. Yeah. To demonstrate some of these, I just placed the vertical line on these candles that push upwards and then suddenly stop and go down, because these are just going up to go down. But why did they stop there? Yeah. These ones are a bit easier coming down because we've got a red dot, which means it's hit a mini low. Okay, and we can actually visually see it. Okay, so I'm just going to move that once again down to the 15, and we can see what okay, so we can see those mini highs in the 1 hour that didn't actually produce a dot. In the 15, you can still see the outline of the 1 hour river, and you can see that price action has pierced the 15-minute chart and has actually provided a diamond up in the extreme, not only in the 15 but the 1 hour over here, pretty close to where we drew that, because remember there's 4 15-minute candles in the 1 hour. So in the third last, we'll say the 45 minutes of the 1 hour candle. No, sorry. The one straight after was the beginning of the new hour. Yeah? Guess we're able to split it up, but you can see that in the 1 hour, that yeah, so this is the 9 o'clock, this is the 9:15. So the 9 to 10 o'clock, 4 candles in that hour, there was a high. So that wasn't the current high for M15. Okay, so once again, that's at 1600. So, and this is the 4th candle. Yeah. So 25, it's 1 o'clock, 1:15, 1:30, 15:30, 45. So yeah. So when price goes to the extreme in any of these, I'm just waiting, 7:15. So yeah, so it's a new 15-minute candle. Price goes up, the momentum's downwards. So when it pushes outside, it's like a band. So when it comes back, and it goes in the direction that the higher time frame diamond wants to go, it has no problems to get the opposite side. Okay, over here, as price retraces up, over here you've got probably a jumping diamond from there to there, kept jumping. But you can see at some stage that would have been a current low diamond, and because price action still had river center line was pink, price action will always try to at least come back to the center line, yeah? So over here in this picture, you can see, I'll just change it like that. Oops. Okay, okay, so the retracement up here was outside and below the M15 pink riverbank and came back to the green riverbank. And look where the green riverbank is. It's on the river center line. Okay, that's to get you guys to measure it and then mark it. So by having the 1 hour river there, when you can actually physically measure on the M15 and see that 1 hour center line, it's actually resting on the same point of the upper banks of the M15. Okay, so, and because you have a multi-chart, you can actually see that as it occurs in the present time. Yeah. So 1 hour, movement up, confirmed blue line. So we'd expect price action to probably want to get to the first resistance band. Okay. So beginning of a new week, the consolidation is not unusual. As the market starts really opening up as the bigger European London market, and then later on, US market happens. Okay, we can see that same time, our price has actually moved up in 15-minute segments. And then over here, in 5-minute segments. So not only we have other visual cues like the red diamonds under 5 minutes, signaling good entry point for this. And then if you miss the diamonds, you know that either this retracement histograms are going to give you a retracement alert saying time in, or you're going to get vertical lines. Okay, so all these red diamonds are in the extreme buy zone of the 5 minute and in the buy zone of the 1 hour. Okay, guess below the dotted center of the 1 hour. And voila, we can go and see in a sec. The multi-screen gives us a total overview of that movement. So it's not hard to spot the very safest trades and profitable trades and be comfortable that the price action is not going to hit your stop level and that it's going to hit your profit target. Okay, so let's just recap and see if there's any observations that you may have had while seeing these templates on your screen. Okay. So what's our expectation here? Okay, there's a chat. Nothing to contribute tonight. Okay, that's fine. Over here, our expectation is, because we've got a confirmed vertical blue line, that price action would like to get a higher diamond at that. Because we know that this is not the current high because it doesn't have a dotted white line going to it. So it wants to go higher. We've got the upper river bank of the 1 hour. We've got the resistance band 1, and we've got open level. Okay. H1 minimum target, 30 pips. $30 pips a channel, so wow. Yeah, so that's well outside it, you know. So the expectation is really somewhere in this area, unless there's some news that could suggest a higher movement. Okay. So that tells us that the price wants to go up. It's hit a mini high that perhaps might want to go there. And do this sort of thing, yeah. And then that somewhere there. Okay, so we can see the lines I've manually drawn in, the trend lines here. Whoops. Okay. What I was just going to do is this little thing here. Doesn't that look like this sort of movement? Yeah, so what does this look like it's going to go to? Yeah. Now this orange line above dotted yellow. And over here, double. Secondary alert. Criteria. Pink and pink. Windows 3 and 4. Yeah. It's expectation. S2. Opposite riverbank. Yep. And if stores are pushed down, there's certainly somewhere it can go to. Okay, it's got the balance line as well as open percentage. Yeah, you can see that line's pressed down. So once again, if we systematically move along it, we're actually taking information that's presented to us. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Move back up, and then it jumped. Yeah. That's just pop in the 15. So you can see what if I did the 1 hour to the 15. You can also do that. Yeah. So the 5 I've moved up. You can see that same movement, the alerts, you can see the correlation. We don't have to make anything up. Seeing and then watching and doing yourself, and perhaps even saying it out loud to yourself when you're looking at the screen would be certainly a beneficial way of training yourself to be systematic and taking that information off the screen. All right, so once again, we have the vertical line, which draws itself here. We have our secondary alerts. Okay. So yeah, we've been a few here at 5, and you've seen it at the 15. So once again, they'll really say and display the information in a very systematic and framework-like block chain sort of manner, yeah? Like a jigsaw puzzle, join the dots, but you can see when and why the dots want to be joined and where they're going and when they're going to redraw. So it's quite a smart little thing that we've got there. So in the time that we're talk, so $7 o'clock was here. 7, 7:05, 7:10, 7:15, 7:20, 7:25. When this finished, it'll be 7:30. Yeah. So our currency markets very like Melbourne weather. You know that good weather's going to come because it's Melbourne. It can happen any time, but we've got our own little weather to go and tell us what the day's going to be like and the possibilities and likelihood with pretty sound results. Okay, and we're not happy with it, just wait and it'll happen. This just makes it easier for us to see. Okay, so mimicking and that, and to repeat all things that we do in study, our times table, sports, we repeat and continue practicing to perfect a move, a swing, etc. Trading, to see, copy, see if it matched what the original version that you saw that was perhaps done in the ideal, and see how close you can mimic and repeat it yourself. Okay? And to go and keep a digital proof, which in our case is a screenshot. Yeah, it helps us. As you can see, Einstein would have been happy with this, and I am so. I'll just keep to those pretty straightforward steps that you've got on your criteria. Match it with information displayed with templates. Use the power of zooming in and zooming out, because sometimes you just need to stand back to see what it's trying to do. When you get too close, you can't see the whole picture. But with this, when you've already got the direction from higher time frames and all that, and you've got overview, and you drop down into precision entry, certainly going into this certainly makes it easier to go and see and tick off the checklist criteria. Right, so just keep building on the getting each step perfected, and then put each step perfected until the whole routine. And yeah, don't be shy to go and ask. Okay, everybody would probably like to ask that same question you want to ask, but think it might make them sound dumb. There's no dumb. If you really want to learn, just use this, just take the screenshot, ask the question. You know, you've always got the option of a direct PM to me. But the thing is, if you don't take those screenshots and do that, guess who's not going to get the benefit? Yeah, it's not me, it's you. Okay, so I think we'll leave it at that, because everything else is really a repeat of everything we've done over and seen over the last few years. Yeah, all it's done is done a lot better now, and there's a greater degree of precision and use of software to do a lot of the grunt work. Okay, so I'll make this a short one tonight, and say good night. Enjoy the week. Okay, next month is the beginning of December, so yeah, just make it a little bit more cheery, eh? Would you like to get some of this under your belt by Christmas? Ask me all the questions, and yeah, you'll be surprised how quick it's going to be. Okay? So good night, take care, and catch up next week. Look forward to explaining anything or answering anything. So good night.